Welcome back, artists. Today we are going to create the paper for our Elements of Art design. So you will need a 10 by 10 inch square of paper, a ruler, a pencil, eraser, Sharpie, and a template. Now I don't have enough templates for everyone to have their own, so you'll be sharing with your table partner. The first job you're going to do is to put a 1-inch border around the edge of this paper. So the best way to make a border is to measure twice and then connect the lines. I'm lining up my ruler. I'm going to make a mark at the 1 inch and then at the 9 inch. And then I'm going to slide it down. And I'm going to do the same thing near the bottom of the paper. Now that I have those two marks, I can draw a line. So I want to line up the ruler with the two marks. Remember to keep your fingers spread out and your hand flat on the paper, so when you draw your line, and this is a light line, the ruler doesn't slip out on you. So I line up my points, finger, thumb spread, pencil, hand flat. Light pressure on the pencil. So I'm halfway done. Now I need to do the same thing again. Line up the ruler, make my light marks at 1 and 9, slide it down, and do the same. Line up my marks, and light pressure to draw my line from edge to edge. Now the next step is to find the center of our paper. So if this is 10 inch by 10 inch, I know that 5 inches is the center. So I'm going to eyeball where I think the middle is. I'm gonna make a mark at 5. I'm gonna rotate and see where I am. Oops, I was a little bit off. But I can line up my ruler to that mark, and then I can make a mark where 5 inches is. So now I know where the center of my paper is. Now to divide this into these different triangles, we're going to use this template. And this template was designed so that you can fit it inside your border. And then you will just be making light marks where the lines hit the edge. And now your job is to use a ruler to line up those marks and draw a line. So I like to put my pencil on the point, line the ruler up to my pencil, and then line up my mark down here and draw just to the edge. You don't have to go all the way to the edge of the paper. We're just gonna go to the border that we just drew. And I find it easier to rotate the paper instead of trying to rearrange my hands every time. So I'm just keeping the ruler where it is, rotating the paper, finding the next line, and then drawing. There we go. Now that we have everything drawn out, the last step is to outline it with Sharpie and then erase any pencil lines you might see. Now when we're outlining, it's just as important to use your ruler as it was when you drew your first lines. Otherwise, the lines will not be very straight. Line up your ruler. Here for the border, we're not going to the edge, we're just gonna do the box around it. Again, I rotate my paper so my helper hand that's holding the ruler is just kind of hanging out. Finding the line and holding the ruler down. And then I do the same system for the lines on the inside. Put my Sharpie on the point, line up my ruler, and draw. And now that I have all of my lines drawn, I just want to touch up the paper by erasing, and then I'll be ready to draw my shape inside.